Okay, I just finished the fourth episode of the Lord of the Rings stuff. And honestly, until this episode, I genuinely didn't think the show was that bad. The main character girl, of course, she's unlikable, but I thought it was a choice by the writers and she was going to have a redeeming arc. She was insufferable, but I was like, hey, listen, the story is moderately interesting. There aren't any cliffhangers like there were in like Game of Thrones, for example, or in The Hobbit, episode to episode. But still, I was gonna give it a chance. I just finished episode 4, and I'm done. Fully, I'm done. I refuse. I don't give a fuck what happens, unless I hear through the interwebs that some crazy shit's happening and it's like turned itself around. Honestly, I'm done. I don't. Honestly, I don't even care. I'm personally done. Watching the moment I did watch the full episode, but I mean the moment that I'm in the toilet, the moment that Galadriel was being arrested, and they were going to put like she was coming, they were letting her out of the jail for whatever reason, and she like broke the handcuffs, and then the camera moves away, and then it moves back, and she has shoved all 3 guards into the jail cell. Nope. No. 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 There's nothing that you could do to convince me that this woman manhandled 3 grown ass guards into a jail cell. There's no way. She's not John Wick. She's not even really a good fighter. There's no way. You can't. There's nothing you can do. You can't. But that's not even the worst of it. I mean, oh my God. Oh my God. There's so many levels of the shittiness of this episode. The weird, like, fake elf leader orc guy letting the elf guy, letting that elf, the black elf, go to warn the humans? Why? Why would you do that? This makes no sense. You have the element of surprise. Why would you do that? I don't know. There's no reason. Oh my God! And then the kid that had the Sauron's little sword thing. Oh, the ex machina of the elf guy coming to save him. Disgusting. Disgusting. The whole scene with Galadriel visiting the queen and then pleading her case and the queen being like steadfast in her decision and then arbitrarily, literally for no reason. I mean, not no, but it's like just deciding to change the opinion. No, nope. It just doesn't. No, no. Uh, there's nothing that little elf bitch. She's a bitch. There's nothing that little elf bitch said that was at all convincing. She was just still. She was a cunt the entire time. Her arguments were bad. I mean, nothing was convincing. And then all of that, we literally had the beginning of the episode that was like, hey, all of the townspeople are against them siding with the elves. They are literally about to revolt. They literally almost overthrew the kingdom because you were siding with the elves. And that was the reason why you were making the decisions you were making. And then at the end of the episode, which truly, that's the worst, truly, that's the most egregious. First of all, just the two, oh, there's so many bad shit. It's, first of all, the message, right? The message, the infamous message, right? Bechdel's test, right? The 2 women talking about things other than men, right? They're making sure to fucking crack that shit open, it's shit. Oh my God. At the end of the episode, when they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna go fight with the elves. Who wants to volunteer? Everyone in the village wants to volunteer. Bro, did we... Somebody has to explain, like, why? How? Why? Everyone is against the elves. Like, they will take your jobs. Oh my God. Also, the whole, like, they're clearly analogizing. They're clearly like, oh my God, the elves are the immigrants. They're gonna take your jobs. It's like this. It's this whole thing. It's disgusting. The idea, that by itself, just that story. I don't know who wrote this motherfucker. But they were against the elves for centuries, and then, or whatever the fuck, and now they're just like, oh yeah, yeah. By the way, none of the townspeople heard this bitch's arguments. None of them heard it. And they're just like, oh yeah, I will give up my life for the fucking elves. Excuse the fuck out of me. Y'all gotta explain that to me. That was the worst. And then the second worst was when the black elf gets all the way back to the motherfucking thing. And he's telling his little white girlfriend the plan of the orc leader. And the white girlfriend is like, even when they arrived at that little castle, the white girlfriend's like ordering the men around and is like, hey, listen, this is what we have to do, guys. If you want to survive, we have to do this. And all the men are absolutely helpless and scared and, don't know what to do, and they just follow the orders. It's just so... In what world are we... Yeah, women can be leaders. I just don't understand why do they write this way? Like, I feel like you could write a strong female lead. You really could. None of the female leads in this entire show are worth fucking 3 cents. People are being called racist and sexist. Listen, this is just a bad show. It's just a bad show. The fact that the black elf comes back to the motherfucking place and is like, hey, listen, random ass woman, I'm gonna tell you the plan, and who's the leader of the fucking shelter? Who's the leader of the castle, of the high tower? Like, there's no king, there's no fucking town guardian or anything. It's just this random white girl. I can't even. This is my last episode. I admit defeat. I have not started the House of the Dragon. I've heard it's good. I will say I did see something with the one girl on Twitter. She's like, ugh. I hate the real personalities of a lot of these fucking Hollywood people. They're just trash. But that being said, I have heard that House of the Dragon is fire. So I will be partaking. But honestly, also, I don't pay for HBO. So, or whatever the fuck it's on. I don't even know what it's on. So I need to figure out how to watch it. Anyway, that's all.